Gonna get some primer on. My Benefit Matte Rescue Gel for my oily areas. It's kind of my primer of choice at the moment. Oh, dang it. I thought the baby was going back to sleep. A Backlight priming filter. I'm gonna give him a second. He did not go back to sleep, so he's right down there in his little swing detachable rocker situation. Okay, so I got primer on. Oh, let's do this Sephora Color Corrector Bright Future Redness Green. Put it on my nose is the biggest source of redness, and then all there, and I'll put it on my chin. I feel like it's kind of adds brightness. It's, you know, being very fair, it can be difficult to find something that's actually brightening. I almost bought the Becca, the lavender corrector for kind of like here, especially where I have that kind of yellow patches. But then I was like, you know, it's like $30. And Sephora supposedly has a lavender in this line, but it wasn't even listed on the site. It's not like it was there and it was out of stock. It just wasn't even there. So I feel like when I blend that in, it doesn't really look green. It just looks a little bit like there's less redness, which is kind of the point. Now, yellow tones obviously are good for redness, but like I was mentioning, I like that this actually has a little bit of a brightening quality to it. So the foundation I'm going to use is the NARS All Day Luminous. There's something else, Weightless foundation. I found if I use the pump, it seems like it's not, you know, mixed because it's just sitting there in the tube. So I've actually just started unscrewing it and kind of dotting that, because then I know that that's well mixed. And this I really have to be mindful of not using too much, because if I use too much, it looks really bad. I've got a cat here on my lap being annoying, because that's just what he does. And yeah, I've been applying this with fingers. You may or may not know, I've struggled with foundation settling into my pores for several years now, and I feel like, I don't know, it's gotten a little better perhaps. Yeah. I really enjoy when I can apply something with my fingers. Purely for laziness. And it's kind of funny because it often takes a little bit longer, but I would rather spend my time like making the foundation look nice than washing a tool. Are you watching the kitty? I know, he's being annoying. So see, I'm gonna zoom in there so you can see this is what tends to happen. So I kind of stretch it out and pat it. And I have like a couple areas which I think are actually scars, like on my nose here. It kind of looks like a pore, but I think it's more of an acne scar, like an really old acne scar. I hope there's nothing on the floor. You can see back there. This is a classy operation. I just have all my junk like pushed out of view. There is plenty of junk here. Don't worry. Coffee. I recently switched to almond milk, unsweetened almond milk in my coffee, and I'm really enjoying it. The Urban Decay Enigma primer, which is the limited edition one. It looks more like Painterly Paint Pot as opposed to Eden, which looks a little bit more like Soft Ochre from MAC. I like how we say that, like you just know. Of course you know what that is. I try to kind of cover that freckle a little bit. I mean, it's such a monster and it's like right at the crease, so that plus the freckles up at my brow bone are what I like to really cover. I mean, it's nice that it also, you know, helps with veins and whatnot, but it's the freckles and like I have some really strong kind of bluey green color in here that I find difficult to cover with a concealer, and that also tends to be really dry, so I have to be careful with what kind of, you know, formulation I'm using up there. Oh, of course they're gonna have a little tussle while I'm recording a video. So we'll put a little bit of Benefit Erase Paste in Fair. I had bought this previously, like a good, I don't know, 5 or 6 years ago, and the consistency I felt like just didn't work for me, but I think I was also trying to use too much. My skin has changed quite a bit in the past 5 years, and also I think my dark circle area has gotten a little more prominent, just getting older, and you know, your skin gets a little thinner, and I'm not getting a lot of sleep because I've got a 4-month-old baby and a toddler running me ragged. Though I feel like I'm looking pretty good today. I've gotten 2 nights in a row of like 7-8 hours of sleep, which is amazing. The like 3 nights previous, he did not let me sleep for more than an hour at a time. That was an intense day. Okay, I probably should have put on eyeshadow first. I'm gonna use the Kat Von D Innerstellar, not Interstellar. Every time I write it, I say it wrong, write it wrong. I know, it's ridiculous, right? So ridiculous. Kind of the middle, big one. Oh, excuse me. This has got a good mirror. I feel like I really like the way these apply and I like the way they look, but then I try to take a picture and I'm like super underwhelmed. I don't know what the deal is. But I'm also taking pictures with my pretty lousy quality phone camera, so, and in lousy light, so, you know, they're just not like super kapow exciting necessarily. I think I'll use a little bit of the matte creamy shade up at the brow bone. You have to be careful with that primer, eyeshadow primer. It can really make this area look like really dry and kind of old. Not a good look. So I don't think I've used this one yet, so I'm gonna use that shimmery shade. Might be a little crazy. We're going for it. Ooh, it's crazy. Oh my. Oh my. A purpley color. I'm not sure I've used that yet. Purpley gray or purpley blue. Blurple. Blurple. Yeah. I want to do this quickly, so we're not going through anything fancy. And I think I'll use that kind of duochrome, very light purple in the kind of inner corner area. I think too that I've been using this shade a lot, and I feel like it looks really interesting in person, but it's not translating on camera. Uh-oh, he's back. These cats are ridiculous. Take a bare brush and kind of blend everything a bit more. A little unblended. All right. What next? Are you watching the kitties too? Next, oh yes, I'm gonna try to get a small amount of MAC Pro Longwear, but with this pump, I swear, this is NC15. I'm really liking this more than I expected. Dang. I mean, that's like I'm trying to get the tiniest amount and I get this huge amount. Kitties, seriously, can't we just get along? And since I'm only using it in a small area, what are they doing, Eric? NARS Light Reflecting Setting Powder Pressed. This is kind of my go-to under eye setting powder. Haven't really decided setting powder wise what to do with this foundation. Foundation kind of vexes me. One way it seems kind of matte and dry, but then if I don't set it, it gets really dewy really quickly. I don't know. I don't know. And I don't feel like the NARS that setting powder for foundation really does much for me. It's certainly not doing a lot of oil control or anything. And I think I'll just use what I used in the crease on my kind of lower lash line area. Okay, let's get some eyebrows going and mascara so I'm not looking crazy. The MAC Big Brow Pencil in Spiked. This is kind of like a pomade almost in a stick. Well, more like a waxy pomade, not like a dip brow. It's not nearly that pigmented. But I feel like it really kind of clings to brow hair nicely, gives you a little bit of hold, but it's a little more pigmented than it seems like it should be based on what they say it is, what MAC says it is. I think they said it was sheer, but I wouldn't consider this sheer, would you? I can definitely see that this would not be a form factor most people like. It is not precise at all. It's really easy to go overboard. So I put it on and then I really have to blend it well. But it does kind of disappear as you blend it, so I don't know. You know I love a brow product, so. Oh. Oh, goodness. What was that? Go with this CoverGirl Professional Super Thick Lash Mascara. I really like the way it makes my lashes look, but it does take a while to put on. I think it gets a little bit better as it gets older. But I've only had this open for a couple weeks, so I think it's still kind of in that not applying a ton of product phase. I feel like I like my makeup today. That's nice. Okay. I bought at Ulta the Pure Moonlight Glow Strobe / highlight palette. Honestly, these colors are a little dark for me. We're gonna work with it. So I think I'll use this kind of pinky one. I don't know, I feel like the consistency, it's like already kind of drying out a little, which is a bummer. Like the gold is really quite yellow. I don't know. Like I like it, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It feels like it's gonna dry out really fast. I really like a cream highlight, but that is the downside, is the longevity. So I'm gonna pop a little bit of the yellow on top. I feel like the yellow is consistency than the pink. It feels a little bit more wet, which is a good thing. Oh yeah, can you see? That is totally not a great color for that. Since my nose makeup's looking pretty bad, let's stick some highlight on it. Maybe the little sparkles will distract you from the fact that my foundation has sunken into my pores. Ooh, I'm feeling really glowy. Let's get a little bit up in the pore. Oh my goodness. We're going all out. Should I put a little on my chin? Just a little bit. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We're going for it. All right. What next? I'm just going to put a tiny bit of blush over this. This is the Becca Mineral Blush in Flowerchild. I like that you can actually see the shimmer on me, even if I only use a little bit. Try not to go overboard here. That highlight is kind of cracking me up. Okay, what do we have left? Lipstick? Is there anything else? I don't think so. I'm gonna use this Urban Decay Gwen Stefani lipstick in Firebird. Take some of that balm off. This lipstick stains like nobody's business. Like, even after exfoliating the next day, I still have some left on my lips. And it happens quickly, so I really kind of need to fix any mistakes right away. I like it. I think that's everything that I want to do for this look of the things that I've picked up recently. Let me know if you have any questions about the products, and if you have any other things to say. I would love to hear from you. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.